question where it's given that a rhombus is given to you. Okay, let's say this is the rhombus, right? This is the rhombus which is given to you. You know what are the properties of the rhombus? The property of the rhombus is that all of its sides are equal and diagonals intersect each other at 90 degree, and basically they not only intersect, they bisect each other, right? And it's given that in this question 96 is the area of the given rhombus. Okay, so let's say if this is the rhombus and this is the rhombus, right? And area of this rhombus is given as 96 centimeter square. This is the data is given to you into the question, right? Now it's also given that the another data is given into this question is that if one of its diagonal is 16 centimeter, right? So let's say if P, Q, R and S is the rhombus, right? Then this is one of the diagonal PR and this is another diagonal SQ. So diagonals are PR and SQ. It's given that the length of the one of the diagonal is 16 centimeter. Let's say this is 16 centimeter and let's represent it by D1, right? Then the another diagonal SQ can be represented, need to be find out, okay? And basically this is D2, okay? What is D1 and D2? That means diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. So, you know the property of a rhombus, as we discussed, in the property of a rhombus, the diagonals of the rhombus intersect each other at 90 degree. Not only intersect, they bisect each other. That means when let's say they are crossing each other or intersecting at O, right? Then we can say that if PR is the diagonal D1, right? Then the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other. Then the length of OP will be D1 by 2, right? Because OP is half of PR, right? So it will be D1 by 2. Similarly, if SQ is the diagonal D2, then SO will be D2 by 2, right? Now, it intersect each other at 90 degree. So this angle will be 90 degree, right? Now, just consider this serrate triangle, okay? This rhombus consists of 4 such triangles because of these two diagonals intersection, right? Now what we will do, we will simply evaluate the area of the diagonal, area of the rhombus, sorry. You know what is the area of the rhombus, which is given as 96 centimeter square? Anyone of you can tell us? Area of rhombus is half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2, and which is equal to 96 centimeter square, which we can equate, right? This is fine. Now we are knowing the value of D1 because D1 is given to you as 16, right? So just put up this value of D1 over here, right? Then it will be 1 by 2 into 16 into D2 will be equal to 96, right? Now here 2 will divide 16 in 8 times and you will get the value of D2 from here as 96 by 8, which is coming as 818 16 12 centimeter. So the length of diagonal 2 is calculated to you that is 12 centimeter. So this is the one of the part, this is one of the, this is part of one of the question. In our question, two things need to be find out. So one thing was the diagonal. So diagonal 2 was is calculated as 12 centimeter, right? So here we can write diagonal 2 as 12 centimeter. This is one of the answer which you have find out. Now we need to find the side of this diagonal. What is the side of this diagonal? What is the length of PQ? What is the length of QR? What is the length of RS? What is the length of SP? First of all, you need to understand it's a rhombus, so all of its sides are equal. Okay, so we need to find, let's say, the length of this SP. Okay, and let's say if this is A, if this is A, the side of the rhombus is A, right? Then we can say that, and we are knowing the diagonals intersect and bisect each other at 90 degree. Then consider triangle SOP. In triangle SOP, we can see in triangle SOP, that is where angle SOP equal to 90 degree. So triangle SOP is a right angle triangle, right? So in this triangle, just apply the Pythagoras theorem, right? Then we can say that by Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem, by application of the Pythagoras, we can say that SP square equal to PO square plus SO square, right? So we can write SP square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to SO square plus PO square, right? But the length of SO is d2 by 2, as we have already written it over here, d2 by 2, okay, and PO is d1 by 2, right? So just put up the value over here to get the value of SP, and SP is basically the side of the rhombus which need to be find out. So in place of SP, just write A. So it will be A square, which can be equated as SO square. So what is SO? Is d2 by 2. So it can be written as d2 by 2 whole square, right? Plus PO square. PO is d1 by 2 whole square. d1 by 2 whole square, right? Now this will give you, when you put up the value of d2 and d1 over here, d2 is what? d2 is 12, and d1 is what? d1 is 16, right? You can see here d1 is 16, right? So in place of d2, write 12. So it will be 12 by 2 whole square plus d1 by 2. d1 is 16, right? d1 by 2. So this is 16 by 2 whole square, right? This is very simple calculation, and this is equated equal to A square, side of the rhombus whole square. Now 12 by 2, 12 by 2 is coming as 6. So 6 square plus 8 square is equal to A square, right? Here you can see 6 square plus 8 square equal to A square. That is the side of the rhombus. When you just find out the value of A, you will get the side of this rhombus. This is A, this is A. All this length is A, because the length of the all sides of a rhombus are equal. All are A, right? Now A square can be written as 36 plus 64, isn't it? Because 6 square is 36 and 8 square is 64. And when you calculate it, you find the value of A square as 36 plus 64, that is 100. Now do one thing, to find out the exact value of A, just take a square root in both sides of the equation, right? Then when you solve it, you get the value of A as 10 centimeter. So this is the side of rhombus. This is the side of rhombus, right? In this way we have calculated the side of rhombus is equal to 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. This is your answer, right? So in this way we can solve such questions very easily, students. Thank you so much for watching. Happy learning and keep on learning. For any doubt, you can put up it in the comment box. I am always there to help you. Okay? You can refer to the playlist in my channel, and there are selected questions. You can go through those conceptual questions and understand the topic. Right? Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.